Also reading about how there's church tax, I guess. Everyone pays around $5 a month to their set religious preferences. And if you, it's normally to like Lutheranism, I think, is Iceland's set religion. But if you're not religious at all, or if you claim that you're atheist or whatnot, then your $5 a month goes to the University of Iceland, which I thought was a really interesting concept to have that tax per month per person. And the parents have to pay it until the kids are 16, and at age 12 the parents have to consult the kids to where the kids want the money to go.
Really?
In case, like their personal beliefs are like they don't want it to go to the Lutheran church, they can ask that it goes to the University of Iceland.
Do you know how much the tax is?
$5 a month.
$5 a month. So it sounds, tell me if I'm wrong, it sounds like they're taxing people for either their belief or disbelief, but regardless, you're going to be taxed.
Exactly. So you can't just cop out by saying, I don't believe in religion, because they just donate to the university.
So that might be interesting to see the pie graph of belief and non-belief. I know that they've had about 1,000 years of Christianity there.
Yeah.
But again, the Scandinavian countries are pretty atheist comparatively. I'm not sure on the figures, but I think Iceland is more religious than the other Scandinavian countries. But again, that would be interesting for you to look into. Yeah, they don't really have a separation between church and state in that sense then.
Yeah, if it's going directly to that. Because I think they have some state-elected, or government-elected and paid ministers as well. I think there's like a dozen of Lutheran ministers that are paid through.
And that's another thing you're going to do when you're in Reykjavik. It's almost inevitable that you're going to be going to their church, which starts with an H, and it's a very complex name. But and you've seen pictures of it, because it's pretty much the one iconic image of Reykjavik in terms of a skyline. It's that one church, or the Pearl, maybe, I guess. You'll go there too. But the church, it's interesting. It's modeled after the European cathedrals.
Yeah.
But it was built in the 80s, and sort of has that ugly 80s baggage to it. It's all concrete instead of stone. On the one hand, it's attractive. On the other hand, you go inside and it's pretty empty and barren and basic. But you get to go in and see the organ play, and if you're cooler than me, you'll go to the top and look out. Because I never did, so yeah.
You can live vicariously through me, climbing to the tops of churches.
I will. I will.
Interviewing people. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any other questions. I kind of covered it. So would you suggest bringing a tent then? Was that beneficial to you?
Yeah. Don't bring a 4-person tent like I did. It's really heavy. Bring a 1 or 2-person tent depending on what your aspirations are. But definitely make sure that you have stakes. Absolutely.
Okay, because of the wind.
Yeah, it will blow you to hell.
It will blow you away.
When hell freezes over, it'll blow you there. Yeah, and any illusions you have about the warmth in your clothes will be tested to the fullest. But I've kind of already said that.
Yeah.
One thing you should do, again, to kind of get into the culture there, is try curling.
Okay.
So when you go to Akureyri up in the north, right, the second largest city, which is stupid because it's so much smaller than Reykjavik, but it's still the second largest.
Yeah.
Go to the curling club down by the water, and just play it for free. I mean, they'll let you do it on any day that they have open curling. Yeah, it's kind of bizarre.
Wasn't it originally not from Iceland? Or it's from... Where is it from?
Curling, well, I think it started in Canada.
Yeah, it's or something too.
But the story about how curling came to Iceland is interesting, and it involves Seattle.
Okay.
I believe that the Olympic Council of Curling needed a minimum quorum of countries to join, and Seattle said, hey, what's a good country to do it? Iceland. They're north of the Arctic. Well, they're not north of the Arctic Circle, but they're close. They should do it. And Iceland's like, sure, why not? So they have it in Akureyri, and I think they have it in Reykjavik. Yeah. And I just threw away this guy's haiku book, but I met this guy Tom, also from Seattle.
Yeah.
He wrote a whole haiku book about curling.
That's really quaint.
Yeah,
that's
it was quaint. It was. I mean, hey, it's a niche to be filled.
Right, exactly. I'm glad someone.
And that's sort of what Iceland artists are about. They fill very random niches in terms of art that is pretty far out there. But that's also why I think they're becoming maybe disproportionately recognized because they are so different.
Yeah.
York's music, Sigur Ros's music, it is so exotic.
Is he from Iceland?
Who?
The Sigur Rós.
Yes. Oh yeah. Emiliana Torini. Check her out. She's a great singer. She did the end credits track for the second Lord of the Rings film, the Gollum song. She sang that one.
Interesting.
So yeah, they're becoming really well known, and you'll find that pretty much every Icelander considers themselves an artist. And I think that's because the culture just encourages that in people. Like you're a loser if you're not an artist. So even though you might meet an IT guy there, he also has his artistic endeavors on the side.
Yeah.
Right.
It's really good to have a whole city full of people like that, though. It sounds like a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, everyone is their own person there. Nobody seems to be lost in the fray, and I think that's partly because everybody's a family, right? It's such a small country. They have a saying that if two Icelanders meet each other for the first time from different parts of the country, within 10 minutes they will find some sort of mutual connection, like Facebook does.
Right.
Oh, you know this person, right? And so therefore they're including the other person in their family.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That works out well when it's such a compact amount of people.
Yeah, and I think that you could sort of enter that family, as it were, number one, by naming the hosts who you're staying with.
Right.
But number
if
two...
learn how to pronounce them eventually.
Yeah, well, you better.
Yeah.
Number two, if you meet up with Margaret, who's in Seattle right now. She is pretty much she is the spoke and wheel sort of connection between Iceland and Seattle. She's the lady to go to.
Okay.
She has connections to the president, to all the Nordic Heritage Museum. She teaches the language classes my mom went to.
Yeah.
So you need to meet Margaret. And then if you mention her name in Iceland, I'm sure you'll be connected to a lot of people already.
Oh, yeah. That's making it seem like a month to travel around the island is not going to be enough time. All the stuff.
Well, how long are you going to be working?
On the farm? Probably 2 months. At least until she has her kid. Because I'm going to
So are you working on the farm first and then traveling, or the opposite?
I'm working on the farm first and then traveling.
Okay. Is that pretty locked in, or?
A little bit.
The only reason I bring it up is because it might, if you had a choice, it might be advantageous to get an idea of the island first, travel first, then go to the farm, and at least if the family's open to it and you're not absolutely crucial, maybe have the opportunity to spend the last several weeks traveling somewhere that you really enjoy. Rather than finishing off work. I don't know. Just a thought.
Good thought. I was also thinking maybe I'll just spend a week in Reykjavik before I head over to the farm. Just to get a feel for the people and the culture.
Yeah.